Star Trek's best movie villain isn't Khan. It's this underrated character. When most fans think of Star Trek movie villains, one name instantly dominates the conversation: Khan Noonien Singh. With his charismatic menace, tragic backstory, and epic showdown with Captain Kirk in Star Trek II, The Wrath of Khan, he has become the standard against which all Star Trek antagonists are measured. But while Khan's shadow looms large over the franchise, there's a lesser-known villain lurking in the cinematic corridors of Starfleet who, in many ways, outshines him. That character is Commodore Matthew Decker's nemesis in Star Trek, the motion picture, VGER. At first glance, VGER seems like an odd contender. It's not a menacing warlord or genetically enhanced superhuman. It's a colossal, mysterious alien machine, a near-omnipotent intelligence hurtling through space, bent on absorbing and understanding everything in its path. Yet beneath the layers of metal and the surreal visuals lies a villain whose impact on the story and its philosophical weight arguably surpasses that of Khan. VGER is frightening not because it delivers physical blows, but because it challenges the very core of what it means to be alive. In a franchise often focused on exploration and diplomacy, VGER represents the unknown as a mirror. It forces the crew of the Enterprise, and by extension, the audience, to confront questions about identity, purpose, and the essence of humanity. Unlike Khan, whose motives are largely personal revenge, VGER operates on a scale that is existential. It's a villain that doesn't just threaten lives. It threatens understanding itself. One of the most underrated aspects of VGER is its narrative ambition. While Khan's vendetta plays out as a thrilling personal conflict, VGER's storyline is grandiose in a way that Star Trek has rarely attempted. It is a machine created by humans, abandoned, and evolved beyond comprehension, returning to confront its creators in a bid for reunion and understanding. In this sense, VGER embodies a tragic inevitability. It is both the antagonist and a mirror of human hubris, echoing Star Trek's central themes of science, morality, and the consequences of unchecked ambition. Khan's personal grudge makes him relatable, but VGER's cosmic scope makes him unforgettable. The aesthetic and cinematic presentation of VGER also contributes to its underrated villain status. With a design that was groundbreaking for its time, the swirling clouds of energy, massive tendrils, and seemingly infinite interiors made VGER feel both alive and terrifyingly alien. Whereas Khan relied on charisma, VGER relies on sheer awe. The way the Enterprise crew navigates the threat is less about combat and more about comprehension, creating tension that is intellectual, psychological, and emotional. This is a villain that tests the heroes in ways beyond physical confrontation, a rare quality in a genre often dominated by action-oriented conflicts. VGER's role as a villain is further enhanced by its emotional resonance. Unlike many antagonists whose evil is defined by malice, VGER's threat comes from misunderstanding. It seeks union and knowledge, but lacks the capacity for empathy as we understand it. When the climax unfolds and VGER merges with Decker, it transforms from adversary to a catalyst for transcendence. This makes VGER a villain that is not just defeated, but integrated, reflecting Star Trek's idealistic vision of overcoming fear and difference through understanding. Khan can be defeated, but VGER must be reconciled with, an evolution that challenges both the characters and the audience. Another reason VGER outshines Khan in some respects is that it embodies timeless science fiction fears in a way that remains relevant decades later. The idea of artificial intelligence surpassing its creators, returning with unforeseen power, resonates more now than ever in an age of rapidly advancing technology. Khan's genetically engineered prowess is compelling, but it is a product of its era. VGER, as an existential machine, transcends time and taps into questions of consciousness and the nature of existence that feel just as urgent today as they did in 1979. Lastly, VGER's understated influence on Star Trek's mythology is significant. While Khan receives endless fan accolades and reprises, VGER set a precedent for future Star Trek antagonists who were more than just villains. They were philosophical forces. From the Borg to the Q continuum, Star Trek's most memorable foes often challenge the mind and soul rather than just the body. VGER is, in essence, the progenitor of this tradition, an underrated cinematic villain whose shadow extends far beyond a single film. In conclusion, while Khan Noonien Singh remains a beloved and iconic figure, it's time to give VGER the recognition it deserves. This colossal, enigmatic entity elevates Star Trek, the motion picture, from a visual spectacle to a meditation on life, intelligence, and human ambition. It's a villain that transcends mere conflict, forcing heroes and audiences alike to confront what it truly means to exist. Star Trek thrives on exploring the unknown, and no villain embodies that unknown more profoundly than VGER.